We are in Lakeside, California at, again, the Associated General Contractors of America, the San Diego Training Center. Always a pleasure to return. I was just here just recently, a couple of weeks ago. We have many really cool people to see today, interview, and this is one of my all-time favorite here.
Hey there. Hey, good to be here. It's Barry Jantz with Workforce Connect. I do community affairs work with Workforce Connect, and we're leading people into pathways that include construction, manufacturing. There's a healthcare component we're working on, technology, those sorts of things. But today we're at, as you said, AGC Apprenticeship and Training Program here in Lakeside, and we have students from Idea Center High School. That's part of the Grossmont High School District. We have about 24 students here today, and we're breaking them into groups of about 5, and they're each on doing a little workshop. So I'm going to take you around and show you some of those. We have 5 workshops going on, and they do about 30, 35 minutes in each one. So I'll take you around, and the first one over here is plumbing. So this is Zach Smith Plumbing. Zach Smith is offering his and his employees time to do some of these things, and you just see some of the tools there. But this is quite a crescent wrench right here.
Oh my gosh, what do you think that weighs?
I think that's a coffee table piece. But anyway, so. And they're working on they're showing them soldering. So AGC now has a welding.
I didn't know that.
A welding component as well. So they're showing them pipe cutting right now. They're going to be doing some soldering as well. So
that is really cool. I haven't seen that before here. Yeah.
So and then we move over here, and this is small tools. So they're showing a group of students here small power tools. So you can see the skill saw, you can see a sawzall. There's a saber saw, some drills, some other things there. So they're showing them how to be safe with small tools and how to do all that. So you can see the students are all wearing their personal protective equipment. Yeah, for safety purposes. That includes glasses, that includes hats, and the whole bit. So keep on. You don't have to pose.
Yeah.
You don't have to pose.
Okay, so we're going to go around this way.
We have Artie and Todd here from Grossmont High School District.
Grossmont Union. Hi.
Todd's the teacher at Idea Center, and Artie's with the district office working on career technical education programs.
Oh, that is really cool. Great to have both of you here.
Thank you.
And Grossmont. Okay, so we're going to walk around.
Framing components. So we have a group of students here.
What are they doing here?
So they're putting together a small wall. Okay. A simple wall. And as the day progresses, each group will be coming in and doing a wall that looks like that. You can see there's an angle on it. And the reason is because they're going to set it on this board. They're going to set that wall up on this board over here. And each group is going to do one, and then they're going to piece them together. So it's going to be a five-sided little structure when it's done.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to understand what it's going to look like right now, because it's the first group, and they're working on the first piece of the wall. And then similarly over here is steel stud. Steel stud frame. So you can see there's the pile of steel studs right here. And similarly, this group is working on a little piece of a wall. Okay, so they're putting it together. So of course,
you can say hello. All right.
Instead of wood screws, it uses something called tech screws. They go in there and put the.
And that's what those are right here. We get a close up of those.
Right.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And so they're going to work on this, and then behind you there, Shiloh, they're going to be setting up 5 pieces of walls on this board here. And again, it's kind of hard to see what it's going to look like right now.
So that's going to all go up there. So this is going to be like a little portable shed.
A little five-sided structure. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, it's only for today, and then we'll take it apart and we'll reuse the material for another career exploration day at another time. And then, so those are the 4 out here in the workshop. But there's another one, and that's the heavy equipment simulators.
Oh yeah.
You probably want to see those.
Oh, everybody. The kids. Like I said, it'd be hard to pull the kids out of that one.
We have to take a little walk over there to get there.
That's okay.
This is one of our training rooms in here.
We'll get a pan.
The kids will be in here. The kids will be in here at lunchtime, and we'll bring them pizza, and get to talk to them a little bit about what it looks like to get into an apprenticeship program. Those are earn to learn opportunities. You get into an apprenticeship
program. To learn. I like that.
You have a job, but you're training in the evening. You're not only on the job during the day working with the contractor someplace, but you're coming in the evening here, and you're learning the aspects that you wouldn't learn on the job.
And how long is an apprenticeship typically?
4 years. Most of them are 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 4-year program. You start in first period, move up to 8th period, and then you become a journeyman, and what they call journey out. So this is where the heavy equipment simulators are.
Yes, this is always a popular place with the students.
These are really expensive pieces of equipment.
I heard when they bought them, there were about 70,000.
Yeah.
Of course, today they're probably a lot more to replace them.
And of course, there's software upgrades and maintenance on them and all this sort of thing. But you can see we have a group of students in here.
We're going to zoom in real close to what they're doing here.
The nice thing about this is you get the feel of running that piece of heavy equipment, on a job site.
Almost like in real time.
But of course, you cannot roll. If you roll it, you can actually roll these on the screen. But of course, you don't get hurt when you roll them on the screen, right? So, in a real apprenticeship, these are obviously high schoolers here today. If you're in the real apprenticeship program, you're doing a certain amount of your training on these simulators, and you're doing a certain amount of your training on a real site someplace. So, but it's nice to be able to learn in a safe environment like this where you cannot make a mistake because it doesn't really.
This is definitely state of the art every time I come in this room, along with the rest of the program here too. But this is just state of the art. We'll kind of turn around here a little bit. Look at what they're doing here. I guess you're waiting for the next, right? All right. What do you think of all this high tech here? You have to speak up a little bit louder. First time I came here, I said, wow, I wish they had this when I was a kid. So you, or young person, you guys are very fortunate. And girls. All right. We'll go back to you.
So and, that's it.
Well, we had some people way in the back.
Yeah.
Is that the Bostonia?
So that's another class. So we have Bostonia Global High School here. That's a charter high school within the Cone Valley Union School District. And those are students. We have a cohort right now of 10 students that they're going through 12 weeks. On Tuesday and Thursday, they come here instead of going to their class campus. Instead of going to their campus, they come here, and they're 4.5 hours each day. Those 2 days, it goes over 12 weeks. So that comes out to 108 hours. And they're doing a pre-apprenticeship program. So those are high schoolers who are doing that, and they're not only getting class credit for that class, but they're getting paid $20 an hour.
Wow.
Okay.
Could we just say hello to them before we go? Right.
Say
make sure we include them.
Sure.
All righty. So we're leaving the modular room here. Always a favorite here. This is, of course, the conference room and media room here as far as information they need. Yes, there's a lot of, right. Beautiful facility. Oh, good. They're not hammering or anything right now.
So those kids from Bostonia Global High School, the students there, 10 of them, as I mentioned, getting paid $20 an hour. They will, when they're done, they'll have a pre-apprenticeship certificate. They'll have a OSHA 10 safety certification, and when those that are seniors will obviously have a high school diploma. So they'll have those 3 things.
So they come here twice a week? How many hours do they spend here?
12 weeks, 4.5 hours each day.
Wow, half a day or more than half a day, right. And how are they selected?
They actually applied, and we interviewed them on the campus with a group that included the World of Work coordinators there at Boston Global High School, Workforce Connect, that's me, and then someone here from AGC, John Hill, helped with the interviews. And so we selected the 10 students. It's based on their interest in potentially going into construction. So, and then there's a real curriculum. We have a teacher here, Darren Houle. He teaches them. So there's classroom, there's safety, there's math, and there's a real curriculum around it. So it's not as much a career exploration as much as it's a real career lead-in as a pre-apprenticeship. And the idea is when those students are done and they graduate from high school, then it's more of an automatic for them to go right into an apprenticeship and want to be hired by one of these companies that is willing to invest in them in the apprenticeship program.
So are these mostly like seniors?
We have seniors, juniors. There's actually even some younger ones.
Really, underclassmen and EMN. Really, maybe we can say hello to one of them and see how they think.
This is Darren. Darren's the teacher.
You're the teacher.
Yeah.
Let me just get you turned around here. How you doing? How these young people doing today? We're gonna go say hi to.
They're doing all right.
Well, how they doing overall?
Was that fair to Midland? Is that what they say?
Whatever's the truth. Always seeking the truth.
Well, the most important thing is we'd like to see improvement. So
Of course.
they have shown them some improvement.
Like
so
any teacher would.
That's the idea. So yes, if I can just get them to go forward and not backwards, it's progress.
Okay, well, we're going to go say hi to them. I like honesty, right?
So you can see they're near the very end of these two
They're painting,
sheds.
right?
There's two sheds they're building, and they're doing some paint right now. You can see maybe from here you can see they did the they put the roofing on when I was here a couple days ago.
Here a little
They put
bit.
the roof tiles on.
Oh yeah. They got the shingles up, the roofing. I mean, yeah.
And then they're doing the painting, and then they have the doors.
Do you guys do 2 coats or 1 or what? Or do prime? Do you prime it too?
Yeah, we're priming it right now.
Oh, you're priming it right now. And how many coats will they get?
Right now we're just doing gold prime right now, 1 coat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So start to this point. How long? About how many hours or how many days has it taken? Hours maybe.
Right now, our process for this internship is about 12 weeks, 3 months, and we have about a week left. So we've been working on this for about 11 weeks.
Do you hope to go into the trades in the future?
Yes.
You do. What kind of trade would you think at this point?
At this point,
I mean, you may change a few times.
Yeah. Kind of leaning forward, project manager.
Project manager.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. Well, I wish all of you the best. We'll come around here and see some more painting, and they're doing some flat work here on the door. Is that or a window? Or
Yeah, so those are the doors.
the doors?
So those doors will be installed, and here in the final week.
So I see we have some women power here. How's it going today?
It's going good.
Do you think you have a future in the trades, or something you might be interested in?
Yeah, I hope so. I like doing construction. I like doing hands-on work, and also learning all this stuff and like getting to try out this, especially is amazing. So knowing that I do this, I can see if I like it or not, and I really do enjoy it. So I'd like to have something.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you something. I've been working with young people all my life. Just from the expression of your face, I truly believe you have a passion for this, as well as the others. But thank you so much for sharing. All righty. So, other people, I know these workshops that they have here, they have a K to 12 in schools, besides the apprenticeships too. So, number one, if someone is interested in possibly getting an apprenticeship, we'll move a little bit away from that. Who would they contact? Basic requirements, age and social. And secondly, there's a lot of these explorations that are coming up. Just a few weeks ago, I attended another middle school this year. I actually helped rather than just filming. And then there's a high schooler coming up in June. And so it's a revolving calendar. So those 2 places, who they contact either to get interested, in an apprenticeship, And then secondly, hey, my kid might want to do what these young people are doing over there, just exploring.
Yeah. So if you're a high school graduate, you can apply to be in an apprenticeship program. But as we discovered today, there we have some pre-apprenticeships going on, and those
Yeah.
are for high schoolers. So that would have to be with a high school that has been approved to do this through the state of California. That's our job at Workforce Connect. So probably the best, regardless of who you are and regardless of what your question is, because there's gonna be a different answer depending on how old the student is, whether they're in high school, whether their high school has a program or not, and or whether we need to maybe set one up or help them get involved in one. The best place is Workforce Connect. So Workforce Connect, that's one word, .org. You can find us on the web, workforceconnect.org. Can I give my email address?
Absolutely.
Okay, just
Say it real slow.
It's Barry, Barry, Jantz, Jantz, as in zebra. So Barry Jantz. The easy one's gmail.com. Okay, you can email me and I will get you connected. Or you can go, like I said, to workforceconnect.org, and there's an email there, there's a phone number there, and we can get you connected. Regardless of what your question is, we can find out if there's an existing program. Maybe we need to inspire certain schools to get programs going. Or if you're a high school graduate and you want to go into an apprenticeship program, we can get you connected as well.
Okay. And Barry, you've been doing this for a long time with the workforce. How long have you been doing this? And what drives you?
Sure. So I think some people know that I retired from the Grossmont Healthcare District.
Yes.
Of about 4 years ago, and it just so happens my career path started as a carpenter apprentice, and I became a journeyman carpenter many years ago. And it happened to be with a healthcare system here in San Diego. So that was how my construction career, which started, ended up, ending up in healthcare. I was a carpenter apprentice and became a journeyman carpenter for a healthcare organization. So when I retired from the Grossmont Healthcare District about 4 years ago, Debbie Barnum was starting Workforce Connect at the time, a nonprofit to help lead young people, veterans that are transitioning out of the military, and underserved communities to get into these kind of jobs. It's not everybody's going to go to college. Not everybody's going to go to college yet. And she asked if I wanted to help. And because that's where my career started, and that was a career launcher for me, I have a real passion to help the students who, like I was when I was at Helix High School many years ago. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do, and I was afforded an opportunity to get into an apprenticeship program, and it launched my career. So I know what that means, and so that's why I'm doing this today.
Thank you so much for sharing and being back here and running into you again, and for all that you do for young people and promoting the trades.